What's up, guys? You're up for episode 3. It's Thursday. We've got another spoiler fire. We're not going to say much about it. I personally think it is the best card in the game. Other people may disagree with me. Here we go. By the power of Grayskull, Taskmaster. Read it. Think about the ramifications. There we go, Mr. Knox. Now, for simplicity's sake, and for the sake of this conversation, we'll start with a very easy question for Gary.
Yep.
So, when he enters play, does he immediately trigger when he enters play keywords?
Yep.
The more difficult one. Easy peasy. It's slightly more difficult.
Yes, he does.
Whilst the card is in your hand, does the card have text? Can he, whilst in your hand, have any ability of any hand abilities? And while he's in the discard pile, can he have any abilities from being in the discard pile? Or is it only when he is on the board? It doesn't say whilst Taskmaster is in play. It just says Taskmaster has.
He's worded the same as Hope, basically. So, theoretically, he'd copy a Deadpool, but you can't use superpowers. So, there's not that many keywords that are going to be relevant at that point. In terms of his discard abilities, again, I'm not sure how many abilities he actually triggers. Maybe if she's on the field.
But it's relevant forever until it rotates. If we ever see rotation.
Yep.
Every time they sit down and decide do a keyword, they've got to think, what about Taskmaster? I know he's only a 3/6, but
3/6 for a 3 drop's pretty hard to get rid of.
Basically, he's got guaranteed flight and range as well, from what I understand.
Yep.
Well, providing that somebody on the opposing side has it, but yeah, you'd expect so.
So, with a printed keyword power, is Athos Loki a printed keyword power, or is that a superpower?
No, it's
Printed
pretty
keyword
good.
power.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
that
pretty
makes
much
this a lot
everything.
better.
By a duplicate. So if you're facing somebody who happens to have Madam Mask and Loki in play, you can power him up.
Yeah.
Get 3 extra cards and have 2 Taskmasters in play.
Okay. What happens when Madam Mask is removed from play?
you'd have to kill one of the Taskmasters.
You'd have to kill one of the Taskmasters because you'd lose, unless he had Swarm from some other ability. From some...
How about overmorphs?
You can sacrifice him to try and get a face hugger if you wanted to, but you'd use your opponent's hatch deck.
Yeah.
Okay. How about passive? Keep that as well.
Shall we just go through them alphabetically until Gary gets tired?
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine.
anything that's printed on it is the same as Rogue. Like...
If it doesn't have a superpower cost, and it's not a level up ability, it's a keyword power, which makes him utterly unpredictable but amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Where he gets really silly is when your opponent plays Hope, and you've got X-Men. Not only do you steal all their X-Men powers, you get all your X-Men powers as well, which is pretty cool. So that's quite entertaining. That's the only way he gets superpowers as well, because then Hope's keyword gives him the ability to take superpowers from the X-Men on his side of the field. It's very weird, but it is pretty funky. So yeah, I'm a big fan of him. I think he's hilarious. But again, he's a 3/6. He's got the potential to get massive if people start dropping stupid things. If somebody's dumb enough to play Wolverine and Sabretooth, he goes, well, I'll attack and get 2+1/+1 counters. Thank you very much.
So he has multiple instances of the
Same
keyword.
Yeah, you'll get multiple instances of all the keywords. Some of them are irrelevant, so 2 characters with range doesn't give you super range. But you have 2 instances of Berserker. You have...
Forget Berserker, I want to know about Genius. What happens
Genius,
with multiple instances of Genius?
Yeah, if they've got multiple instances of draw, a Genius on the field... Oh, I've just had Chet confirm that if they actually have a call in play, you can power up with Taskmaster.
Brilliant.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I told you it was a rip-off of Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, ish. I mean, the
I'm
thing,
gonna
is,
get
the
so
thing I love
much
about
hate
this
for
card, the thing I love about this card is it's brilliant for the character. I mean, it's exactly what the character does in the comic books. And the reason I love him as a villain is he learned very quickly that the smart thing, he can copy anybody. He can copy anybody's abilities in terms of their physical capabilities. So he fights like Captain America, shoots like Hawkeye, fights with a sword like Gamora or anybody. He can copy their physical abilities. But he learned very quickly that going and actually being the criminal got his head kicked in. He just started being a merc and then training people. Trains loads of bad guys and rents himself out as an instructor. So he then doesn't get his head stoved in every 5 minutes.
Fair enough.
Pretty
Pretty clever. Pretty clever.
genius. I love him to pieces. But yeah, so the card does exactly what it needs to for the character. You're not going to build a deck around him because you have no idea what he can do. But if you want to drop a really decent 3-drop,
Yeah.
he's 3/6. He's solid. He's going to pick up all manner of cool stuff. They drop JJ and he turns up and goes, "Hello, now you can't use yellow either." Leader's going to be interesting.
Yes.
Oh. With
You don't,
That's
get
the
the,
thing. I was.
you don't get the
It's just-
superpower, but you copy his leader ability.
But you can't gain leader while leader's on the field, can you? I swear that's what it says, isn't it? It says no other one.
All other characters lose and cannot gain leader.
Yeah.
So is it going to go off like a type of who was played most recently?
I will check with Chad, but my gut feel says if you then dropped Taskmaster and
Yeah.
leaders in play, potentially he's going to wipe out leader.
Yeah, because leader's going to lose his leader.
No, he doesn't lose it. That's the thing. Like, I don't think you would gain it. Surely you wouldn't gain it because you can't gain.
But the other
Leader.
person might lose it as well. I don't know, because the other person might lose it.
We need to ring Chad.
Yeah. We need to have like Chad
I've
on.
got it
just,
now.
like,
I've got my live chat.
So on the leader player's turn,
Oh, this is
leader's the
genius.
one.
Yeah, apparently they both lose leader and can't gain it.
Right.
That's hilarious.
I love. The thing is, right? He's going in every one of my decks just cuz.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
cuz. I'll have no idea what he's going to do, but he's going to be awesome.
While we're
You could be
gassing,
amazing.
I'm gonna quickly bring up the keywords so everybody who's watching can see the keywords up until and including the Aliens expansion. I don't want to. People now can't see the awesomeness that is Taskmaster, but they can see the list of keywords on the screen.
He's going to get if they drop Electra,
Mhm.
I'll have all of
It's
them.
all free.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Dodge, stealth, yay, and paid assassin. All right.
I like how this is just a better singularity.
Copy singularity. Ping! All my guys have disappeared.
Well,
Screw
like,
you.
last Friday night, I think we were saying in a conversation because Upper Deck spoiled Spider-Gwen. It was just like, it could just be a one of in any deck. I'll just have a 59 card deck plus a Spider-Gwen. This guy can now just go in that deck. I now have a 58 card deck plus one Taskmaster plus one Spider-Gwen.
He turns up again. Take Matt's Professor X decks with a wall of like Wasp and Black Widow and all that, and Iceman. And he turns up and goes, "You're frozen. 2-1/-1 characters, and you're screwed." I mean, seriously, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And yet other times he'll turn up and go, "I've got range."
Exactly. It sounds brilliant. It's brilliant.
It's just brilliant. He's easily my favourite character in a long time. I mean, I've always liked the character from the comic books. He always turns up. He hangs around with Deadpool a lot, which is hilarious. It's just a shame he can't team attack with him. He hangs around with Deadpool quite a bit. It's just hilarious. It's such an amusing card that so perfectly captures the character. It's amazing.
See, we can talk about how awesome it is, but it's almost at the stage where it's pointless doing a deck discussion on him because
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can't put him in a deck to do anything other than just be a laugh, right? Other than being a reasonably solid 3/6
yeah.
in an underworld deck, so he enables a lot of underworld cards, which is cool. And he can get bigger because of their +1/+1 -1/-1 thing going on. So he's going to be around. He potentially can be around for a while. I don't think he's ever going to be a bad drop.
Well, later in the game, it just gets better.
It does, exactly. And with this annoying combo deck that everyone's hyping, like if your opponent has like a dagger, for instance, and you can just have a free 6 dagger. Like that's pretty good. Like that can clear you from just that drop. Just you don't have to pay it.
Just don't
You
ever
can
hit him.
just yeah.
I mean, he's dagger and cloak in one if they're playing both.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're doing -1/-1 counters to you with Viper and cloak, he turns up and goes, "Your move. I'll do both."
What was your plan B?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah, he's not going to win a game on his own, but he's going to really upset your opponent at times, and at other times he'll be rubbish, which is why I dare say the very serious guys we go, no, we can't put him in a deck. We don't know what he's going to do on any one game. I don't care. He's going to be a every time he hits the table, he's going to be interesting.
I'd say I can probably have an idea of what he's going to have, because if you look at like the most player characters, a lot of them don't have superpowers, but they have keyword powers. So you've got Wasp, so that gives him Shrink as well as Sting, which is makes it pretty hard to deal with.
Hello.
Exactly. Sting and he gets Flight as well, so he's a 3/6 with Flight with Shrink. Like that is just pretty good.
That's just off one character on the opponent's board.
That's off one character. Like
all the big name characters that have been sporting, everybody's gone, ooh. He comes up and goes, well, you play any of them, and I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jessica Jones, leader, Calypso now, Electra, supporting character. Whole lot.
Yeah, so
suffice to say, we're very happy we got him as a spoiler card because he's awesome. I've been really pleased with Underworld in general. I think Underworld have had their MC's good. Nightmare is obviously proving some talking points, and this is great.
Yeah, no, he's quality. Like leader as well. Like that's a card that's going off. So like Underworld have been really good in Legacy, and we picked well.
We've done all right.
Scales. Mm-hmm. So I think it's pretty much a win for everyone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So where are you standing on it, Matt?
Yeah, well, I think it's a very strong card. Obviously, you've mentioned before in the games where you don't need it, you don't have to pay it. But there's never an opportunity where you wouldn't. It's got the possibility to pull you back into a game. It's got the possibility to push your advance even further. 3/6 is really good on the third drop. It's only got one wound, but if they've got a Lilith, like you can get vampirism and just go crazy, which is quite funny. And with this whole combo deck thing, if you're in the mirror match, that's a really good card because if you get there like Peggy Carter, you can just do some pretty crazy stuff with that. It's a good card. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty boss.
So I think this card's what we call in the UK the dog's bollocks. So we love Taskmaster. What we're going to do now, we've got a couple of minutes. Gary's got something he wants to share. This is more for the European players. So we'll hand it over to Gary and fire away, Mr. Hewitt.
So those frequent viewers will remember from episode 1, he mentioned about a post-credit scene. This is the post very long after the credit sequence we would have recorded if we were allowed to. The Games Expo is on the 2nd to the 4th of June. And we've managed to get Upper Deck to buy into a cash tournament on the Saturday of Games Expo. So it will be a constructed tournament. There will be, we need 16 players to keep it a $1,000 tournament. If we can get to 32, then it will be up to 2,500. So that makes it pretty worth winning. It's 2 weeks before Origins. Legacy should be out and about, and we'll be at the event. Hopefully, we're going to be doing winner boxes as well, all the way through the weekend. But the tournament will be on the big competition will be on the Saturday. Tickets will be up on Games Expo probably over the weekend coming up. But it's all signed, sealed, and delivered, locked in, ready to go. I'll be chief judging, and it should be a lot of fun. But all around that, we're looking to get winner boxes, OP kits available to be won, run some of the scenarios that Danny and Ben have been pushing out for alternate play styles. We can have a bit of fun with it over the Games Expo, and there'll be some stuff there to win. So, should be an absolute blast.
Yeah, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
We'll have the cameras there and everything, so there'll be games going up. We'll maybe film a few little exhibition games, some janky stuff. We'll make a weekend of it. Should be fun. And special mention because there'll be a bit of Legendary going on as well.
There will indeed, yeah.
Yep.
I know accommodation is going to be challenging because there's a Take That concert on and it's Games Expo. But, there's still rooms available in Birmingham. The communications into and out of Birmingham are dead easy. You can fly into Birmingham International. It's smack in the middle of the UK, easy to get to. And the more players we can get there, the bigger the buzz, the more fun we can have. And the bigger we can get. And we get to set the meta game with Legacy.
Exactly.
Taskmaster.
It's going to be
With
Taskmaster everywhere.
In Legacy, everywhere.
Yeah. 60 card Taskmaster.
I may take a wound off everybody who doesn't play Taskmaster.
Yeah, definitely do it. Let's do it.
Just
Well, that's brilliant. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. We should probably be back next week. We do not know. Well, thanks very much for watching. Goodbye.
Take it easy. Bye.
Oh, god damn.
What's Ashley doing?
Well,
Ashley, he has a fire inside.
Oh, wow.
No wonder you burnt your finger straightening them.
Yeah.